We're back again on day 4 at GITEX with StarLink Pulse, where we continue to have conversations with the inspiring leaders of our industry. Joining us today is Fawwaz Qadan, the MEA region executive at Blue Prism. It's great to have you here.
Shukran, thank you, Mais. Very happy to be here.
How is GITEX going with you until now?
Very good, very good. We're seeing a lot of customers and a lot of partners, and of course being with StarLink is fantastic. We love our partnership with StarLink, and we want to make it bigger and bigger and bigger.
And we love our partnership with you as well. So I'd like to first congratulate you on Blue Prism being named an RPA leader by Gartner this year. So tell us how Blue Prism's RPA technology was evaluated to earn this title.
So Blue Prism has been in the robotic process automation. They actually invented the term robotic process automation, RPA. And so we've been in this business for 20 years. So we've always been leaders, and this is one of many consecutive years we've been in the Magic Quadrant. But as per Gartner, the way they see Blue Prism, they see actually 3 key strengths. One is the strengths of our partnership and our partner ecosystem, and our partnership with StarLink is an example of that. Second, they look at our industry strategy. So we have highly specialized teams that really understand the drivers for 42 different industries. And when we discuss with customers, we discuss their priorities, what they're trying to do, the pain points they're encountering before finding out what is it that we can do together with them. So that's the second area, the vertical strategy. And the third area is related to the product portfolio. So Blue Prism has a very simple model. We innovate around our product, and everything is included with the digital worker. So customers feel comfortable that there are no surprises. If you buy into the Blue Prism platform, it's very predictable. We have very strong return on investment, but at the same time, the cost side of the return on investment is very predictable. So these are the 3 main things that Gartner highlighted in their report.
So as an RPA leader, what are the best tips and practices you'd like to share with customers considering implementing the RPA solution for their business?
So, there are many technologies that are part of the toolbox in an enterprise today. I think RPA is growing by leaps and bounds. The whole area of intelligent automation. This is the market we are addressing. It's not only RPA, it's the whole spectrum of automation. And I think the thing that differentiates customers who have been very successful versus customers that maybe are just only experimenting with RPA is something maybe very simple. Thinking big, but starting small. In other words, start with a vision of the kind of problems you want to fix. It starts from your business, and one of the tools of the solution is what we can do in Blue Prism. And so if you think of it as a small activity, it will always be a small activity. If you think of it as having a small impact, it will always have a small impact. You have to have a vision of thinking big of what can be done, because digital workers are a strategic asset. It's a strategic choice. It's something that will have huge impact today and will have a huge impact tomorrow. And if you start with that vision, then you can start small, making sure you capture value, you get value, but also you don't limit yourself to starting small. You're thinking big at the same time. That's the main thing we see as the difference between customers who are spectacularly successful versus customers who are kind of dipping their toes in the water and just trying to experiment with the technology.
It's a very concise but very inspiring way to put it. Very poetic too, I feel like. So now I want to ask you about how cybersecurity solutions and RPA can work together.
So, I mean, these are two different areas, right? So if you think about cybersecurity, I mean, the number one challenge in cybersecurity is the lack of talent. I mean, estimates vary. The last estimate I read is that there is a shortage of 4 million people.
I didn't know that.
That's the shortage of talent. So if you look at the increased amounts of threats, the different types of threats, and then you couple that with a dramatic gap in talent, that's why cybersecurity is in the news all the time. There aren't enough people to tackle the problem. So that's on the cybersecurity front. On the automation front, what we do is we provide digital workers that can do things 100% accurately. They don't take breaks. They work 24/7, and they're very precise and very accurate. So there are many use cases where digital workers can free up this valuable cybersecurity talent from tackling manual, repetitive tasks, right? And people in cybersecurity will know what I mean. And concentrate on the big picture and analyzing the things that they see versus working at the tree level, not at the forest level. And so you have a shortage of talent, and you have Blue Prism that actually can provide a huge help in terms of maximizing the efficiency of this existing talent. This is how we see it. And actually, now that you mention it, we're working with StarLink. StarLink are leaders in cybersecurity, and now StarLink have the ambition to be leaders in automation. They established a whole business around automation. So there are use cases that we're working with them in terms of putting cybersecurity experts with automation experts, so the business, in this case cybersecurity, and the digital workers to come up with these use cases and going to market with them.
Right, so you mentioned a lot about the StarLink partnership with Blue Prism. StarLink is the first ever distributor globally for Blue Prism. Of course, we're very proud about that. How do you see that this partnership is helping your growth in the region?
So actually, as a software company, the fact that StarLink is a value-added distributor was not the main attraction. It's the vision and the strategic plan of the StarLink team that resonated very well with us in Blue Prism. They are very serious about being a player in the automation space. They recognize the market opportunity, not only for Blue Prism, but for Blue Prism to be part of an ecosystem of intelligent automation. Very few people get that intelligent automation is a spectrum of capabilities, and you need to put together the right portfolio to fix customer problems, because it always starts with the customer. So it's the vision, actually, the strategic vision and StarLink that we found it resonated with us, and it was quite a match. And StarLink is investing in skills, in know-how, and so yeah, I mean, I am very excited about the partnership, and I am very motivated to do everything I can to make it even more successful.
Thank you so much. We look forward to the future alongside Blue Prism with you. So now coming towards the end of our interview, what would you like to add as your final comment? Maybe you want to talk about future plans in the region or something else?
No, I think the main thing I would like to say is what I mentioned earlier. The automation is not only a technical solution. It is a strategic option. We see the future of the enterprise as made up of 3 types of resources. One is the human workforce, the talent that can think, interpret, take care of customers, have empathy. We think of systems and applications, of record, of engagement, and we think the digital workers. And we believe the future of the enterprise is 1/3 of the work will be done through the systems, 1/3 through the human talent, and the third is through digital workers. So we have a very compelling vision, and I think customers that see the opportunity by thinking big and starting small, can realize this vision of having this strategic option in addition to what they have today in terms of systems and human talent, but a strategic option around digital workers.
Thank you for that. Very captivating leader with a very amazing poetic way of putting things into words. Thank you, Fawwaz Qadan, the MEA region executive at Blue Prism. Let's catch up with more conversations like this on our StarLink Pulse podcast with Sidra and I.